Who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let me go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let me go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, Laurasia. So I'm going to be doing a talk through makeup tube today, and by no means am I taking ownership for this makeup look. I definitely saw Holly Boone on IG post this picture about a few hours ago, and I was already going to sit and film a video for you guys, but I decided to change the entire look I was going to do because I was so obsessed with the look that she put up. It was a ton of blues, purples, reds, orange, and other colors in her eye makeup look, and I fell absolutely in love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate her look that she did on her Instagram. I will probably attach in this video, probably her, what that look looks like, and it was absolutely so different, so gorgeous, and I loved it enough to recreate it. So getting started, it's going to be more inspired. Like, I'm not going to completely copy off everything she did. I actually do have the palettes that she used, but I don't want to use that. I kind of want to use something else and challenge myself to use this one palette. So this actually went back on sale on Sephora.com and in stores. It's their editorial palette that they launched last year. So what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy NARS Amande soft matte concealer. I've mentioned this and said in my tutorials a couple times that I love to use this concealer as a base for my eyeshadows, only because it does not make my eyeshadow slip in any way, shape, or form, and it's just a bomb ass base for eyeshadows. It just makes my pigments in my eyeshadow palette just pop so good, and I've been using this since it literally launched like a year ago. About a year ago. So I actually decided to move in closer so you guys can see exactly what the hell I'm doing, because this eyeshadow look is a little bit more complex than any other eyeshadow look I've done. So I want to make sure that I am up close and personal. So I'm actually going to be naming and calling out every single brush that I'm going to be using, because I have realized and learned that brushes are key when it comes to certain eyeshadow looks, and you're not going to get the same ending result if you don't use certain brushes. So again, like I told you guys, I'm going to be using the Sephora editorial palette, and like I did in my other bright eyeshadow lip look, I'm going to showcase the palette and then use my little plugins to showcase what colors I'm going to be using. Okay, so I don't know the colors, but obviously, like I said, I'm going to be pointing and showing you guys what colors I'm using. I'm going to go in with this purple shade, and I'm going to take my Morphe E23 brush, tap off any excess that we have on the brush, and we're just going to start by patting this into the crease. I really want this shade to really be our focus in this crease, so that's why it's a lot of fallout with this shadow. What is going on with that? I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but I want this purple to really stand out, so I'm just pushing it. It's a lot of fallout. Not liking that. And with these bright colors, I mentioned it in a text little thing on my last bright video, but when it comes to more like melanin skin, or just like, you know, any eyeshadow in general that is a bright color, melanin skin in particular, a lot of times we have to build up that color, because for more fair skin or medium skin or something like that, it's you know, way easier to see the color when you first apply it onto their eye. But when it comes to more chocolate or someone with a lot more melanin in their skin, you usually have to build up colors, because it's not going to be as pigmented when you first put it on, as you guys saw when I first put that color onto my eye. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer to my brow because I mean we are going to slightly be cutting, actually we are going to be cutting this crease, not even slightly, we are going to be cutting this crease. So I want to make sure that we are bringing the colors all the way in. I'm going to take this brush, I'm going to take this brush. This is the Sephora collection number 19 brush. I pretty much use the same brushes all the time when it comes to certain looks, only because I know what the brushes are going to do for me. And when it comes to bright colors, like I said, I just kind of know how to work with them when it comes to my skin. So I'm going to take that number 19 brush and go in with this purpley shade right next to the shade that we just used. This one is a little bit more blue undertone. I think I kind of want this one more on the bottom of the color that we just did. They're both purple tone, but the one that I'm putting on right now with the Sephora number 19 brush is more of a blue undertone. And you definitely want that color in here because we're going to be using a blue shade, so it will definitely complement this look. So I'm going to take the Sephora M576 brush and go in with this shade right below the purple tone that we just used and lightly dab in the blue color. And with the blue color, we're definitely going to have to build up. This eyeshadow look is going a lot quicker than I thought it was. Or maybe I'm just so used to doing looks now that I just fly through it. Okay. Now we're going to be moving on to cutting out this crease because we want to make sure that everything is all clean when we go into our other shades, because it's literally on the opposite spectrum of these blues and purples. We're going to be going in with some orangey shades. So let me grab my concealer brush. And I'm going in with this guy right here. This is just another color from the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, and it's in the color Chantilly. And it literally is like the perfect off-white shade. I personally like using this a lot more than using like a white base, only because the NARS Soft Matte Concealers are like the best when it comes to like cutting out a crease or being a base for eyeshadows, because they're so thick but they're creamy at the same time and they don't slip. And that's honestly what you need when it comes to like doing a detailed look like this. You guys have been seeing me use these so many times. Okay, my cut is done, and now I'm gonna move on to my lid colors. So for the first lid color, I'm going to take this very pretty shiny silvery color, and I believe it should pop up like, I am actually going to wet my brush because I really want this color to poop on my lid. Now I'm gonna go in with like this very, okay, so now we're gonna go in with this very pretty peachy shade with that same brush. The brush actually is a Morphe M210. Okay, now I'm just gonna take that. Now I'm just gonna take that bright pink right next to it and blend that in the outer. Like, this is so freaking pretty and like so different. Oh my gosh. So most likely I'm going to just do the other eye and then come back when I'm ready to do, you know what, I think I'm gonna do liner and lashes, because she just did lashes and I think I want to do liner as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna come back and then do some liner and put some lashes on and then move on to the rest of the face. So I think I'm gonna just take some NYX matte liner and do a wing. Okay, so I'm just going to do my lashes, put my lashes on. It's nothing crazy. You guys have seen me put my lashes on 50 gazillion times. So I'm gonna put some lashes on and then come back on camera and finish up my face by doing my foundation routine. Okay, so lashes done, eyeliner has been done. So now we're gonna move on to some primer and foundation. So I'm gonna be using the new Maybelline, the new Maybelline foundation and the 24-hour, I don't know what it's called. I guess it's literally just called 24-hour. Oh, I'm lying, it's called Super Stay Full Coverage. So I'm going to be using the NYX No Filter primer, and I picked this primer up like a while ago and I probably only used it like once or twice. So I literally feel like I picked this primer up like 3 months ago and I've only used it once, like no joke, like literally one time. And I figured that I would try something new because I'm always using my Fenty, and that's like a $30-something primer. So I said, you know what? I've been loving like all drugstore products on my face. I don't know why is this making me look so light skinned. I don't know what it is about drugstore products, but they just look so good on my skin. And it's making me question, because it's like, do I even need to spend all this money on foundations anymore? Like, I really want to try the NARS Radiant. I'm just gonna use, I guess you don't have to shake this up, whatever. Oh, it's a pump on it, yay. Yes, Maybelline. But yeah, I'm starting to question, because it's like, do I even need to spend a ton of money on foundation anymore? Because I've just been obsessed with all the Maybelline foundation. I know it's called Maybelline, I just call it Maybelline. Don't think I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, so it's like, I love the Maybelline. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I've been loving the Maybelline more than I've been loving like all my more high-end foundations. And I have a ton of high-end foundations because you guys know I used to work at Sephora a while back. If you didn't know, you haven't been watching me for quite a while. Yeah, so I used to work at Sephora for about 2 years, and then I ended up quitting when I started, you know, flourishing on YouTube. But that's besides the point. I was working at Sephora all the time, so I always got all like the new foundations. I can't tell you guys how many foundations I have right now that I literally haven't even touched. I don't know if this is looking a little bit too orange on me. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep blending and see. I don't know if it's like gonna actually like sit in or something. But as of right now, it's looking a little bit orange. So I think I'm gonna move on to concealer, only because I want it to sit a little bit, because you guys know I love to have my concealer cooking a little bit before I blend it out. I just had the concealer. I literally just had the concealer. Here it goes. So I'm gonna take the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, and this is in the color Caramel. I'm going to put this everywhere I would normally contour and highlight. And I like to leave my forehead empty I feel like I stopped doing forehead highlight a while ago and I just like it like that. So I'm just going to continue to not do it. Now, when it comes to this step, I like to take this time to go and clean off my beauty blender. You're honestly supposed to clean a beauty blender every single time you use it, but I mean, it's mine. It's not like this is like my client's beauty blender. I have like a whole separate beauty blender collection for my clients if and when I do makeup for other people. That hasn't been lately, but I have my own personal beauty blender and I like to go and clean it off with the beauty blender soap, the solid soap. And while I do that, I just let my concealer sit and marinate in my skin. It doesn't take long to wash my beauty blender, but you know, I like to let my concealer marinate first before I blend it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my beauty blender and then come back and blend out my concealer. Now, I like to wet my beauty blender before I blend out my concealer. I don't really know why I do this. I just do. I just like to take some setting spray and I just like to spray my beauty blender on the sides and the bottom and blend out my concealer. I think the reason that I like to let my concealer marinate for a while before I blend it out is because one, I feel like it adds to like the full coverage effect, and number two, I feel like it kind of dries a little bit. So when I blend it out, it's not like slipping all over the place and getting all in my eyeshadow and messing up my whole entire eye look. I don't know, I think that's why I like it. I think it just adds to the coverage and it just makes it less messy, you know? Make sure you get on the side of the nose because a lot of times that area can cake up. I don't know if that happens to anyone else. Now I like to go in with my contour and my nose contour, and my favorite contour ever for my nose is my Fenty Beauty in Truffle. And I'm just gonna line the sides of my nose, trying to cut as close as possible to the center, like so. And I just love the color of the truffle because I feel like it's not too warm and it's not too cool. It's like the perfect neutral shade for contouring someone of color that's my complexion or a tad bit lighter. I just think it's like literally the perfect neutral shade. Now I'm going to take my Anastasia foundation stick in Ebony. I love this because it is super warm, so it's more of like a bronzing contour more so than a cool contour. So I just really just want to bronze up my face, just add a little bit more warmth to it instead of more so chiseling and cutting. I don't really care for the whole cool contour look. I like more of a warm contour because I like to bronze a lot. So I'm just going to cut on my cheekbones, 2 lines on my forehead, okay. Now we're gonna just blend it all out. Now for my nose, I like to take a specific brush. I like to use the Kat Von D in number 40 to blend out my nose contour. And for my face, I like to take the Morphe G3 to blend out my face contour. And I like to go back and forth between the G3 and my beauty blender just to make sure that everything is all blended out and there's no lines of demarcation or any lines that's like a harsh concealer or a harsh bronzing area. Now all the blending is done and I'm going to move on to setting my concealer. And I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me. I swear I've used literally every single thing Maybelline on my face. Like, I'm not even joking. Besides my contour, my foundation, my concealer, and now my setting powder is all Maybelline. So I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 35 Deep. And I stopped using translucent powder a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Only once I figured this out, in like which was the summertime, I have yet to use setting or like translucent powder since then, because this is just like the perfect thing for setting my concealer. It does not give me flashback. It does not make my makeup look any cakey or chalky or like it doesn't belong. It does not make it look like anything, and it just makes it so smooth and just so like it's perfect. Like it's literally perfect. It doesn't make me crease or anything like that. So I'm taking it on my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to press that into my skin just to set everywhere where I put that concealer. So I'm just going to let the powder marinate and sit on my skin, and now I'm going to set my entire face. So I'm going to take my Sephora powder and their micro smooth powder in 60 ebony 60 deep, and I'm going to take my really big Sephora powder brush and just push this powder all around my face. Now I'm just going to take my Sephora number 73 brush and just use that to dust away any excess powder that we have. Okay, now I'm going to move on to bronzing, and I'm going to take my True Complexion contour palette in medium dark, and it looks like this, and I'm going to take this shade to bronze up my face and also contour. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna just take the same powder with two different brushes. So the first brush I'm gonna take is my Sephora number 59, I think, 59 Precision powder, and I'm just going to take that onto the brush and bronze up my face, really working into that area because we already have the cream there. So all we have to do is just push the powder in and it would basically like latch onto it. So I'm really using like a firm hand. Don't like beat the hell out of your face, but use a firm hand and just push this product in. And I'm also going to take the same color onto my Morphe M0 brush and just bronze the side of my nose. So now I'm going to just take the same powder but just a different brush. This is the number 79 by Sephora as well. I'm just going to take that same powder and really use that to contour my cheeks. Now I'm going to take some brush with that same Sephora number 79 brush and just put some blush onto the apples of the cheeks. This brush is Raisin by MAC. Just goes very well with this whole entire look. Just a very pretty neutral blush. Now I'm going to spray the hell out of my face with the same hangover spray from Too Faced. So I'm going to take this Makeup Forever Aqua XL eye pencil, and it's like in a lavender color. I don't know what the name of this is called. It's M92, which is literally just like the only lavender color that they have. And I'm going to put this in my waterline. And I'm just going to take that same Sephora editorial palette and go in with the same shades that we put on the lid, starting with that very pretty silver shimmer color. Now I'm going to go in with some mascara. Alright, for highlighters, I'm going to be using two. One from Maybelline from their Master Chrome line. It's the Golden Molten Gold. You guys have seen me use this once before. And I'm also going to take the NYX Born to Glow. This one is more like a gold and pink highlighter. It looks pink, but it has like gold reflex. So I think that would be pretty with this look, because this look is pulling more purple to me. I wanted to do a little bit more purple than blue. I know in Holly Boone's picture she had a lot more blue and like baby blues and stuff. I want to do a little bit more purple, so that's why this is more inspired, you know? Now while that dries a little bit, I'm just gonna take my NYX Hot Cocoa lip liner. I love using the NYX lip liners. They're just amazeballs. They're just as good as the MAC lip liners. I'm just gonna wipe my lips dry so that my liner can stick. Now I'm just going to outline my lips. Then I'm gonna take my NYX Lip Lingerie in Corset and put that on, starting from the middle and blobbing. And then taking some gloss, this is the Fenty Beauty gloss, and putting that right over top. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with glossy lips lately. Alright guys, so that concludes the entire makeup tutorial. I hope you guys really like it. It's very colorful, it's very spring, it's very summer, it's very bold, but it's very beautiful at the same time. Like I said in the beginning, I am not taking credit for this makeup look in any way, shape, or form. This is definitely going off of Holly Boone's Instagram picture. The only difference with that is she used a ton of blues and I use a lot more purple. So in my crease is a lot more purple than she did. My blue was more like a blurple than a baby blue, look how hers was. But yeah, you guys saw the picture, you saw how beautiful it was freaking gorgeous, and I just did my take on it, and I used more pinks and more purples than anything. So if you guys enjoyed this makeup look, then definitely thumbs up this video, and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel as always, and follow me on all of my social media at Red Fairy. And if you guys want to see more makeup toots from me, then definitely thumbs up this video so that I know. And as always, I love you guys, and bye.